This is Sydney.
And I'm Sher. Here we are again with another challenge check-in where Sydney is reminding me why I left middle school.
Hear, hear.
All right, AI Dawn, get us started.
Welcome to the Power of Words Challenge Check-In.
But before we get into this week's challenge check-in, we will share with you a few thoughts that have been on our minds.
Your mind, not my mind. Please leave me out of this.
Our first category is ACT.
This category, ACT, ACT, stands for Acronym Category Today.
Acronym category today.
Yep, ACT. Rest, don't worry, are on Google, so they're better. But that's what you get right now is acronyms. I was thinking about acronyms because there's so many the kids use. I've been using Let Me Know, LMK, all the time out of enjoyment because it drives all my kids crazy if I do stuff like that. It takes a lot of work for me to write LMK instead of just Let Me Know. My autocorrects, Boomer, stop it. You're spelling something wrong and we can't figure it out. And I'm like, I'm trying to just do LMK. It's what the kids do. But anyway, I thought that this would be a fun category. I'm going to make you try to guess one.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, TMB. What does TMB stand for?
Too much butt.
There's never too much butt in 2024.
Thanks to the Kardashians.
You were really close. Yeah. You are going to get us canceled. Okay, TMB stands for Too Many Birthdays.
That's me.
You were close.
And I do have too many birthdays.
I thought you were going to say, and I have too much butt.
I was going to say that next. I do have that from being old.
So TMB times 2 is too many birthdays, too much butt. All right. I remember this one growing up. Ford. Do you know what Ford stands for?
I have no idea, other than the motor company.
Found on road dead. Have you ever heard that?
No.
I remember my brother saying that. Maybe it was my brother's.
That's terrible.
So I'm going to tell you a word and somebody has broken them down to what it actually stands for. Ready?
Yes.
Diet. Do I eat today? Fail. Forget about it, loser.
So far, I don't like these very much.
What? I loved them. I was laughing so hard. Maid. Mother, actually, in disguise.
You need to just put that one up in your kitchen.
I was thinking I'm not in disguise at all. I am crying and I have broken eye blood vessels in my eye right now from cleaning too much.
It's true, she does.
Okay. Stress. Stuff to remember every single second. That's all I have. That's it. That's a wrap.
The next category is Would You Rather?
This category, I will ask you a question, Sher, of would you rather. You have to share with everybody what you pick. This is from an app that we like to use on road trips. And there's thousands of people who play this app. So I'll give you a percentage as well of what people picked. Okay. Would you rather give a massage or receive a massage?
I guess
That one's so easy for me.
you're going to say get.
Yeah, I don't want to give a massage. That's so much work. They are undervalued for how strong they are.
I'm going to have to agree with you.
Okay, 73% of people said they would rather receive a massage. Okay, would you rather do a naked belly flop into a swimming pool or roll around naked in the snow?
Belly flop.
40% of people said they'd rather do a belly flop. 60% wanted to roll in the snow naked.
What would you rather do?
I said a belly flop.
Matchy, matchy.
Yeah, I hate being cold.
No, I don't want to roll around the snow in the cold.
We're naturally naked, so that's not that big of a deal to me.
Well, and I was just thinking I've done a belly flop before an accident.
Right.
That'd be much different, but I had
And
a
people
swimsuit on.
will remember you if you do that. If you roll around in the snow alone, that's sad. But
I
if
don't
you do,
want anyone to remember me, so maybe I'm going to roll around in the snow now.
in my mind, it was like a public pool. Would you rather tell all your deepest and darkest secrets to your boss or your deepest and darkest secrets to your parents? You don't have a boss, and neither do I, but pretend we do.
Well, I was just thinking of my former boss. I'm going to go with boss.
I'm going to go with boss too, because I don't have a boss. 55% of the people who played this game said that they'd rather tell their boss than their parents, their deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
I'll tell a podcast right now my deepest, darkest secrets. I overtalk. I don't know if I have any secrets. I tell everybody everything. I'm empty vessel of secrets. I just share. Would you rather have a nose that never stops growing or have ears that never stop growing?
Ears.
68% of people, including myself, said ears.
I feel like I could cover up the ears easier. That's what I went with.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. And the last one, would you rather go back to work after retirement or attempt to do a podcast with someone you barely know from your neighborhood?
Well, since I'm going to be doing both, I guess both.
That's what 100% people said.
Now it's time to supercharge your vocab.
Now the word of the week. And this, I will give you a word from Urban Dictionary or Google, and you have to try to guess what it means and use it in a sentence. The word is whoopity woo.
Whippity woo.
It's a verb.
Teaching over the last 32 years was definitely just a big fat whippity woo.
That works because it means to hustle someone.
Yeah.
You've been hustling people.
I have been.
I'm going to give you a bonus one. Zinger.
Zinger.
Yeah.
Sydney always gives great zingers.
Yeah, a witty comment. But also, I liked the second one. It was to try and make love to an electric outlet.
That is a zinger.
I just had to share that. You're welcome. And now, the real purpose of the challenge check-in. We will do a check-in on the challenge. This week's challenge was to spend a moment to write someone a text or an email or a handwritten note and uplift their day. Did you do it, Sher?
I sent a text to a friend saying thank you for being a good person and a good friend.
How was it received?
Well, she said thank you with a heart emoji.
I did a few, and I will share first with my oldest son. I said, "You're a great guy, Rock. I'm so proud of you and I love you so much." He wrote, "What's happening? Are you okay?" And I was like, what the heck? I was just being nice. And he said, "Don't do anything drastic. It's not worth it. We all love you." And I said, "I was just sending nice things to people." And "That's what people do before they make a bad choice." And then I said, "I'm never doing this challenge again."
So it worked out well.
Yes, it worked out really well. I was thinking, do I not say I love you enough that if I say I love you, then wait, what's wrong? It's like if a husband brings home flowers but never has. Why are you bringing home these flowers, honey? What have you done wrong? That's what it felt like the same energy of what did you do wrong? But I scrolled back and I was like, no, I say I love you all the time. So I don't know what was up with that.
He's a teenage boy. That's what's up with that.
But Titus wrote a handwritten note actually to me and Ben. And it was very sweet. And he didn't even ask for anything. It was just really nice. But he did one part I'll share. He said, "I wish I had a bigger piece of paper to show you how much I actually appreciate you too."
Oh.
So that was sweet because there's other times that he doesn't write handwritten notes, but he does verbal notes of disapproval. So it's nice to have the balance. Aniana, she just said in a handwritten note recently that she wishes she was adopted. There's balance over here. It's not too late to do the challenge though. If you haven't, just spend a second right now. Text somebody.
Have a good week.
Bye.